All right, so I wanted to do a little bit of a different video today. Not my typical video for sure, but wasn't going to make this video, but over the weekend I got thinking about it. Obviously, the Death Star is sitting right next to me, so that's what this video is going to pertain to. But I've got my notepad here. Like I said, it's going to be more of just a kind of a raw talking head video, but I've got a few things I want to say. So obviously, I put my Death Star video out on Friday. I want to thank everyone for watching that video. It was a really enjoyable video to make, and I enjoyed the building experience and just the entire set and making the video as well. So thank you to everyone that watched it. But outside of that, down in the comments section, it was interesting to say the least. A lot of positive feedback, so I don't want to forget about any of the positive comments that were on that video. But there was also a lot of not so good comments, I'll put it that way, on the video. Just a lot of comments questioning my integrity, questioning my credibility, questioning the fact that I gave a positive review to this set, and mainly the reason for that was, I guess, because I got it for free, was the consensus on some of the comments there. Not all of them for sure, like I said, but I wanted to kind of speak to that a little bit, because not to say that it bothers me, I'd take that stuff very lightly. I started out just as anybody else, enjoying the hobby, and this is 5, 6, 7 years ago, enjoying Lego, building Lego sets at home with my boys, just really enjoying the hobby. I grew up on Lego. I was building Lego in another country when I was a kid, and I just really enjoy building Lego sets. And at the end of the day, as I kind of progressed over the last 5, 6 years, I started putting videos out and reviewing different sets, and really, again, just an outlet for enjoying the hobby. It was really great coming home after a hard day's work and putting a set together. We all know it's very relaxing, at least for some of us. But at the end of the day, I also enjoyed the video making process and just putting videos together on this. Not always good videos, but just enjoying that process and kind of growing along the way. And here we are. I made it into LAN. This is my first year in LAN. All the years prior to 2025, I would go out just like anybody else and purchase a Lego set day one if I really liked it. Maybe if I didn't really need it day one, I'd look for a discount and buy the set. But I spent money on every single Lego set that I got, and every single Lego set that I reviewed, I went and spent my own money on it. And I was happy to do it because I enjoyed the hobby and I enjoyed making videos. And with that being said, this year is the first year where I've gotten some free Lego sets. Not all free Lego sets for sure. Some of them are free, and then obviously I'm still putting up reviews that I purchased the set. So at the end of the day, to kind of say that the only reason I put up a positive review on this is just because I got it for free, I just don't think is accurate. Whether I got this for free or not, I would have gone out and purchased this day one. And probably the biggest reason behind that is to try to get the GWP and offset the cost, like I've done with so many other sets. I purchased the McLaren P1 for the GWP to try to offset it. I've done that with the Baradur. I've done it with so many sets over the years. And this one would have been no different for me if I had not gotten it for free. And I do thank LEGO for sending it out. It's definitely nice. I'm not going to lie. It's a nice perk to have the set sent for free. But that does not mean that all of a sudden I am now a pawn that is only going to give a good review and that's only going to say positive things. My review was very positive. I'll say that. And I stick by that because I feel very positive about that set. This is my honest thoughts on what this set is and what it was for me when building it. And just to be frank, when this set was first leaked, I was also very disappointed in the potential that this was going to be a death slice. I probably, like a lot of you, I thought this was going to be a sphere. I thought this was going to be a ball. And when we figured out it was going to be a death slice, I was very disappointed. But I did reserve judgment until I got my hands on it. And I think that's maybe where a lot of the disconnect is, because once you get into unboxing this and actually building it and experiencing all the different rooms and being able to revisit all those different scenes from the Star Wars movies, for me at least, and I think I've seen that with several other creators that have had their hands on this set, it definitely changes your opinion from, okay, I needed this bald Death Star to, wow, this is a really interesting concept. a very different model than we've seen in the past, which is another plus, in my opinion, that it's not the same thing that we've always gotten. Maybe they could have renamed it, maybe not. I've seen that opinion floating out there. But regardless, a lot of effort went into this, a lot of time, and it really shows because there are so many play functions in this, so many Easter eggs, so many cool things to explore and to find along the way while you're building it. It's just such a cool and unique set. And for me personally, I'm not going to get into my whole review. You can go watch that. But this is one of my top sets in my collection at this point. That's the way I feel about this set. So you got my honest review in that video. And to say that I just was positive towards it because of the fact that I got it for free is just not true. Again, I would have went out and just purchased it myself, one way or the other. So no, I'm not a sellout just because I'm in LAN. LAN, just to be frank, has never asked me for a positive or negative review. The only thing they ask is, hey, do you want us to send you this set? They do that with just some of the sets, not all of them, like I said, and then I can say yes or no, and then if I get it, I can say whatever I want to say about that set. I've never felt any push in one direction to say something super positive about the set or else. It's always been, you can say whatever you want to say about it as long as you're respectful, and that's the way I would hope anybody would be. Just be respectful about it. Maybe you don't like it. Fine, is what it is, but LEGO has never dictated what I say about the set, and nor would I be in LAN if they did say, hey, you have to give us a positive review on that. I will say what I feel is honest about the specific set when I'm building it, and that's what I will put in these videos. And I'll continue to do that as time goes on. The other thing that I want to touch on here that I think is a reason for a lot of the negativity towards the set, but also in the comment section, is just the fact that this is a $1,000 set. So yes, I think the value's there on this set. I feel like you'd get $1,000 worth. I already said that. But yes, it's an expensive set. It's $1,000. A lot of people don't have that kind of money just laying around in this economy. It's a lot of money to spend on anything, especially a LEGO set that is not a necessity in life and it's just more something to enjoy. So I understand the gripe there. LEGO obviously was going for a very specific audience when they released a $1,000 set. This is for the hardcore Star Wars collector that wants everything LEGO Star Wars or really anything Star Wars that has $1,000 disposable income. Maybe that's not money that everyone has on day one, but keep in mind, this is going to be on the shelves for a while. This is a $1,000 set, so it's probably going to be on the shelves for a good while so that LEGO can try to get their money's worth out of it. So you don't have to come up with the money day one. And what I'm hoping is that anybody that wants this set will be able to get their hands on this set. And I'm hoping that over time, maybe there will be a discount to bring the cost down a little bit more. Not that I think the value's not there, but just to help people afford it more. I'm also hoping that maybe eventually we'll see double, triple, quadruple insider points on it to help offset the cost. Keep in mind, I did a video on the GWP. Is it the best GWP ever? No, I would have liked to have seen some exclusive things in that set. But at the end of the day, it only comes with this set. So if you look on eBay, it's already going for $200 plus on pre-order. Is it going to stay there? I don't know, but it's probably going to be in that $150, $200 range just for the simple fact that you can only get it with this set, which is going to limit supply, and that's going to drive cost and demand for it after the fact. So all that to say, I have no skin in the game. I make no money if you buy this set. I make no money if you go out to the store day 1 or day 600 and buy this set. I just wanted to give my honest opinion, and I felt like I did that, and I stand by everything that I said in my review video. Again, I hope anybody that wants this set is able to get their hands on this set, and if discounts or ways to get it at a little bit of a cheaper price are out there, I will be one of the first ones to let you know of how to do that and how to save some money on sets like I've done so many times in the past with previous videos. If you know me, I'm always looking for a good discount on a LEGO set, so I'm hoping that there will be ways to get discounts on this set as time moves on for you that want the set. And if you don't like it and you've got too many gripes with this set, that's perfectly fine. They're probably, to be honest, going to come out with another Death Star. There's so much money to be made for LEGO in the Death Star and just the Star Wars space. This is probably not our last Death Star, I wouldn't imagine. So if this one's not for you, maybe the next one will be for you. Maybe that next Star Wars model will be exactly what you're looking for, and you can pick that one up and display that one. And just to note as well, if you saw my video from a week or two ago, I built the 2016 Death Star, so I had something to kind of compare it to in my mind when I was building this one. That set goes for $1,500 on eBay. So $500 more than this, with way less minifigures and way less pieces. Now, granted, it's retired, but doesn't change the fact that people are paying $1,500 to get that Death Star. So they're spending more money to get that one than they are to get this one. And this one here, in my opinion, after building both, they're not even in the same ballpark. I loved the 2016 Death Star. You probably saw my review. I thought that was a fantastic set. But once you build this and you compare the play features and just how clean this new Death Star looks and just all the different details, the majority of this set outshines the 2016 Death Star. And really all the Death Stars that were previous, in my opinion, this is by far the one that stands out the most. So again, just my opinion, take it as you will. But just to go back to the comments, and really the reason for this video is the LEGO community is a positive community. We all like different things. We all have a different way of looking at things, and that's perfectly fine. I actually really like feedback. In my grading system, I have a community grade so that I can get people's feedback that's in the LEGO community. So I love to hear someone that maybe doesn't agree with me or has a different opinion on a set. That is fantastic, and I think the LEGO group wants that, and I specifically like hearing those comments. But it doesn't have to be personal, and you can keep it respectful. And I think you should do that on anybody's video with any creator that's out there. Let's keep the community positive. Let's give our feedback, but do it in a respectful way. So that's all I have to say on this video. It's probably a little bit of a rambling one, but I wanted to put that out there. Back to our regular scheduling at the end of the week.